Hey there, we're going to be going over the cleaning process for GameCube controller stick boxes. As a disclaimer, we will be popping off the potentiometers for this, so if you have POD, you will have to play on your controller for a bit after cleaning it before it will show back up. It usually doesn't take too long though, maybe like a week or a month. It really just depends on how bad it was before starting this process. Now for this video, I will be using a Type 3 stick box. If you have a Type 2 stick box, it's going to be mostly the same, except you're going to have to desolder the stick box from the motherboard instead of being able to unscrew it. To start off, we're going to unhinge the potentiometers from the stick box. Just put a little bit of pressure and they'll pop right off. Then we're going to remove the stick box from the motherboard. If it's Type 3, you can unscrew it. If it's a Type 2 or Type 1, then you'll have to desolder it from the motherboard. After that, just pull out the stick box and you're ready to start the disassembly process. If we flip it over to the bottom, we'll have these little holes that we can stick a jeweler's flathead into. Doing so will release the bottom from the rest of the stick box and pretty much give you access to all the parts and allow you to fully disassemble it. To disassemble the bottom section, just press down on one side and the other side should pop up, and it should pop into three different parts: the spring, the bottom, and the base that the stick box sits on. And I'm just sticking these in a soapy water bath, which I'll be also cleaning these in. The rest of the stick box just falls apart really easily. Toss those into the soapy water bath, and we're ready to start cleaning. You can just take each part and start scrubbing it with a toothbrush while it's in the soapy water, so that way all the gunk comes off. And then when you're done scrubbing it, you can just put it into a clean water bath, no soap. That way the soap can rinse off while you clean the rest of the parts. And once you're done with that, it's time to dry them. Grab a towel and just dry each part off individually. And while you dry it, just look for any dirt or specks that you may have missed in the scrubbing process. Alright, now that all of the parts to the stick box have been cleaned and dried, it's time to put it back together. To start off, we're going to put together the bottom part of the stick box. It just goes together exactly how we took it apart. Next, we're going to take some grease, and I like to use a toothpick so I have finer control over where I'm putting the grease, but you're going to want to coat pretty much the entire bottom area. And I've got a link in the description to grease you can use. You can shine it in a light to make sure you got the grease everywhere you need it to go. And now we're going to be greasing up the rest of the parts. Basically, anywhere where there's going to be contact between two pieces of plastic, you're going to want to put grease on it. You don't have to be super exact, because as the parts move across each other, it will also be spreading the grease. So, like I said, you don't have to be super accurate with your placement. Just make sure that you apply grease to each area of contact. Once you're done greasing, it's time to put it back together. Make sure that whenever you reassemble the top part of the joystick, that the spokes that fit into the potentiometers are facing the bottom right, if you're looking at the stick from head on. And then you can fit the stick into the base and make sure that the spokes are facing the parts of the base where the potentiometers clip in. Next, take the base of the stick box, and you're going to want to pop it in so that the two dots are aligned vertically with the joystick when you're looking at it from head on. And you're good to go. You've successfully disassembled, cleaned, and reassembled your stick box. Now all you have to do is just put it back onto the motherboard. Do that by sticking it back in place and screwing in the screws, or resoldering it if you have a Type 2 or Type 1 stick box. To top it all off, push in your potentiometers, and there you go. I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you for watching.